William, welcome back to A Toda Madre. It's been a while.
It's
I
been
got
a
really,
minute.
I got really sick. As you guys can tell, for the last 3 weeks, I was coughing and coughing and coughing, and in a way that kind of bugged me. I don't know if it bugged you, but it bugged me, and I couldn't concentrate because I was trying to hold it in. Y tosía mucho. Out of the fact, out of the fact that, como se dice, I had a party and my guests in the garage did a mess. They played around with my Funko Pops and all that. So I was messing around with it. As you guys can tell, I was going to go buy new posters. I got my boy Eddie Guerrero and some Superman ones because the movie is going to come out in July. So I have to have some Superman content in here. But it does sadden me that we literally stopped almost for like 3 weeks por la razón de que it's WrestleMania week. So it sucks because this is where you want to have that momentum going into WrestleMania, just like every Raw, just like every SmackDown. So that's why I did get bummed out. So I'm gonna ask you this right away, William. Do you like this European tour going into WrestleMania?
I I don't mind it. Sometimes I mind it. It's just depending on my work schedule. Where I mind it or I don't mind it. For instance, this coming Monday, I will watch it. No interruptions. Well, I mean, some interruptions at 3 o'clock when I pick up my kids from school. But at that point, I'm watching it. If I have work that's not allowing me to watch it because I'm working, then that's where I'm bummed out about it. But it's good to know that I'll come home, put it on already, and just watch it. Skip all the ads and all that good stuff. So that's the only upside. I don't mind the fact that they're in Europe. It doesn't interfere at all with me with being able to watch it at all. So it's fine.
Yes, and obviously, we missed out on talking about the cage match with este como se llama CM Punk and Seth Rollins,
Right.
which we kind of guessed it right. You said it in our talks that Roman Reigns was going to interfere during the match,
Right.
which did cause Seth to win the match, which cost our triple threat. I remember I kept telling you guys, you and the fans who listen to us, that I was so against a triple threat at WrestleMania because I'm like, it doesn't make any sense for CM Punk to be there. I'm like, even if Seth Rollins attacked him at the Royal Rumble, and even though he did the stomp at the Elimination Chamber, I was like, okay, but what causes CM Punk to have a triple threat? I'm like, yes, he hates Seth, but he doesn't have nothing on Roman. And now that because of that, I'm like, all right, I'm invested. I'm in. Ni modo. We couldn't get him in the main event, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I believe his last promo yesterday, Monday. He mentioned his little favor. He was like, people thinking that was my favor. He's like, I still got a favor in my pocket. That's not the favor. So people, I'm starting to think, will they actually pull the trigger and make it a triple threat with John Cena and Cody Rhodes? Now, do I see it happening potentially? Because I don't think they're gonna play out this favor for a whole year, until next Mania. I don't think that's happening. But the only reason why at the same time is I don't know if they'll pull it because you have obviously John Cena and Cody Rhodes, and you throw CM Punk into the mix. It's like, what for? What's the purpose of it? Is he gonna get hate for it, or why exactly is happening? So I don't know, but I know that's what they mentioned in the promo or whatever. So I don't know what they're gonna be doing with that favor that CM Punk has.
Yeah, no, y tienes toda la boca llena de razón, porque I'm like, are they gonna do that? And this is the only problem. This is the only problem I see to your theory or to your what you believe they're going. How much power does Paul Heyman really have? Like, does Paul Heyman have that power to make a sanctioned fight and add a triple threat? And if he does have that power, why does he have so much power? Is it because he's in the Hall of Fame? Is it because he's just the, ¿cómo se llama? The wise man, the Roman Reigns? Like, what gives him that power to insert someone into the triple threat? So I don't think that favor is that. I at the particular moment, I think the favor would be joining forces with CM Punk, which I don't want to see CM Punk as a heel right now because that would be a heel move.
Right. Yeah. And again, I don't know what direction they're planning to go with. I was like, but I guess we just wait and see to find out what's gonna happen. I mean, how many more weeks till Mania? Is it 2 more weeks?
2 more weeks.
It's on the 19th, so whatever that. I think it's like
Yes.
2 weeks. Yeah. So we just have to wait and see how they're gonna play those cards for the next following Raws and SmackDowns. So I'm sure they're gonna be at both promotions. All three of them are gonna be showing up to Raw. All three of them are gonna be showing up to SmackDown. I know they already mentioned that next week on Raw, or was it this Friday on SmackDown, that they're gonna do the contract signing for the three of them. I don't remember where it was, if it was gonna be on Raw or if it was gonna be on SmackDown, but they're gonna have a contract signing or whatnot for the three of them.
Yes.
So for the most part, they're already starting to show up all three superstars on either show, and so that's the way they're going, just to be able to expose themselves, like exposure, I guess.
And I
need much exposure, but yeah.
I do completely understand why they're putting the triple threat more on like the SmackDown side. Like, why are we getting the promos out there? Is because John Cena's literally on Raw.
Yeah.
And Cody, because he's feuding with Cody, Cody has to come to Raw, which doesn't give any opportunity for Gunther because he's the Raw champion. So that's why you're starting to see Gunther more on SmackDown. So I'm wondering if after WrestleMania, are they gonna switch? Are we gonna have the new title? I forgot what's it called. The W
Universal?
the Universal. That's Cody's, right? Or is he the undisputed Universal?
No,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna come over here to Raw, and the one that Gunther has, or Jay by that time, goes to SmackDown. I don't know if they're gonna make that switch, but it kind of looks like they are. Now, talking about Gunther and Jay, about their squabbles every week. We're gonna have on Friday Jimmy versus him. Is it just me, or does it feel like it completely lost its steam already?
Oh, that match. I mean, I honestly don't have any. How do I say it? Not expectation, but I no excitement for the match. I have no excitement for this match whatsoever. At this point, it's very repetitive. Again, it was Jay versus Austin Theory, whatever, versus the Waller, and both times Gunther comes out, shows him out. Gunther comes out, shows him out. And, it's very, very much repetitive, and now they're playing into a storyline, the botches that Jay has done. 2 botches last week, and then one botch last week, one botch this week. And they're playing it off as in like, oh, I'm just in my own head, and that's why I'm not performing to my level. So I mean, that's, I guess, kind of cool how they're playing that out into a storyline, but at the same time, it is kind of underwhelming of a storyline between both of them. The promos aren't great. It just feels very flat, very stale, very like it needs something else. And I don't know, like to get that fight going, you have to throw something in there to, for something to happen, because it's becoming very predictable. And when it comes down to it, if you think about wrestling logic, the person who keeps getting the upper hand is always the person that ends up losing at Mania.
Yes. Yes.
So in this case, obviously, it's been Gunther. So I'm sure come WrestleMania, it's gonna go to Jay, but it is very, very underwhelming. Like I at the same time, I feel like this is already getting played out. I think people are starting to get over it already. Obviously, he still gets his pop, but I just don't think it's the same anymore.
And I think it is because it became so repetitive. Like, I think we started too early with the attacks. Like you said, we have this week is the 20, the 30, and the 30. It's gonna be the 29 and the 31st. The 30, whatever. 29 y 30 va a ser esta weekend, right? And then we still have the weekend, the 4th and the 5th. And then we still have the weekend of the 12th and the 10th, I think. And then it's WrestleMania. So that means, are we still going to get 2 more squabbles after that? Like, even if they come out this Friday and they have a squabble, like, are you serious? I'm like, 3 more squabbles if it happens on Friday. Because it's going to happen because I'm not sure if Jimmy's going to fight Gunther on Friday or if he's going to fight on Monday. I forgot about that. I didn't pay attention good looking with Jimmy, but I know that we're getting Jimmy versus Gunther. What I did like though, that fucking slap. Wow, that
Yeah.
fucking.
And now I don't know if it sounded loud because the camera was so close, or if it was just that hard of a slap where it was like that real. But that was personal, like very personal. So but we'll see.
And it's crazy because I honestly believe that was a real slap, and I'm pretty sure Gunther told him like, just go for it. Like, I'll take it, go for it. But he's gonna get his leg back next week. He's gonna beat the shit out of him, like how he
Right.
likes to do his power bombs, his chops, and all that. And this is where everybody keeps saying that Jimmy is the better wrestler, is the better promo guy than Jay. And unfortunately, Jay's the one that's getting the push because how Drew McIntyre said, he said yeet first.
Right.
And then, of course, this shit, because in reality, I'm like, there's no way why people love him so much. Like, I don't understand what is it that you love? Is it this? Really? Are you guys just excited about that? Is it because he just says yeet? I'm like, it's like LA Knight, yeah. I'm like, but at least LA Knight has some decent moves in the ring. Like he does other shit. Braun Breaker with his woof woof. Like he does other shit in the ring. He's not
Right.
just a spear powerhouse spear. Like I understand when Goldberg, what's it called, was a 5 minute guy, but look what Goldberg did. It was all powerhouse, like lifting, dropping. It just pumped you up. Jay Uso doesn't do none of that to pump you up, at least for me. And I understand that I'm older. Maybe I don't understand the young generation what they're looking at, other than like I said, the yeets, like yeet, yeet. And I'm already saying it because I'm prepping myself to go see him live. I'm like, I gotta get used to that shit because I want to be into it, right? I told you I want to buy me some WrestleMania tickets. I'm not going to WrestleMania, but we'll talk about this at the end. Right now, I want to get all these cards, all right? Um, but whatever momentum they had to main event, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns took the moment out of that shit. So even if he was a WrestleMania winner and he was gonna main event, I don't think it's gonna happen because these guys. And then there's another triple threat that is literally taking the air out of that fight too, and it's the girls: Io Sky,
Right.
Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. Now I know that they're gonna wrestle on Monday, and that whoever wins gets to main event. It's gonna be a triple threat. It's gonna be Bianca is gonna interfere. She's the special guest referee, and I'm invested in this. I feel bad for Io Sky that she doesn't know that good English because her promos are coming very like, you're just a champion, but you get out of here. It's the
Right.
real Ripley, the Bianca Belair show. But we know that Io Sky can bring her wrestling talent in the ring, and that's why this fight makes it interesting. Um, are you in it or are you not in it still
And what?
for that fight?
Oh no, for that fight, I'm like so in for it. I know, like you said, it's if you want to compare championship matches, you're talking about Cody versus Jay, Gunther versus Jay, Cody versus John Cena. Like that the story arc with John Cena and Cody is bigger than Gunther because you don't care about it. This other one, now you have the women's. You compare it with Tiffy Time and Charlotte Flair, and it's like, have I
Mm,
seen any promos for this?
yeah,
Like this is still happening, but I don't know anything about it. So like that triple threat, I'm really looking forward to. I know it's gonna be one, not gonna main event because we do have the men's triple threat, which I'm pretty sure will main event. Obviously, you have Cena and Cody, who's on the main event second night. So I'm sure they're gonna open the show. But I do know that I mean, because you know how they say, like, if you're not closing it, then you're opening it.
yeah,
That's what they say. I'd rather them co-main event, not co-main, but like second,
yeah. Co-main
whatever,
event. Because
co-main
technically,
event.
co-main event Saturday. We'll say like that. Co-main event
Right.
Saturday. Because we know that
Um,
John Cena and Cody are gonna close out the show on Sunday.
yeah, on
We
Sunday.
know. We know that.
So I'd be okay with them going second to last. However, I'm really invested in that match. More invested than the Jay Gunther. More invested in the Tiffy Charlotte. Um, but obviously, I don't know. They're putting out some great promos. They've done really really good with that. And like you mentioned, right now they're going on Monday. They're going at it again. But there isn't no hey, let me go and squabble after, fight some random people, and then just meet up. Like, what's the point to that? These guys are really not fighting any randoms. It's just promos after promos between them. Really nothing fighting some random people for what reason? God knows what.
And you know what's crazy is that, like, you start paying attention. The two Royal Rumble winners was disappearing into not a main event. Charlotte Tiffy and freaking Jay and Gunther. Like, we kind of, in a way, don't care about them. Or at least their promos are not good. Maybe the story's not good. Whatever it is, they're sucking the air out. Like, where you're like you said, has there been promos for Tiffy and Charlotte? They've been there. It's just that, in a way, at least for now, these three cards, when it comes to promos, they're wild, and you're like, oh shit, man, like, you're so in there. You're so in there. And I'm all in. I can have a little prediction right now, but we'll give the prediction obviously the last show before the WrestleMania. But at the moment, I do have Io winning the title at WrestleMania.
You said at the moment.
At the moment, I have it like that. We'll do a full prediction at our last show before WrestleMania. But at the moment, I do have Io for one reason alone, and you said it earlier. You said Gunther has been dominating these little promos, and usually what happens that he's the one who wins. I mean, the opposite is the one who wins. Io has been put onto the side, like no one cares about her. We know that she's good, but she's literally left on the side. So I do believe that because of that, her winning is more like a moment, like, oh, I didn't expect that shit. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, again, we'll talk about it in the future, in a couple of weeks maybe. But I could see what you're saying. I could kind of lean towards it too. I have my own, just like thoughts and processes behind it on why it might not happen. But I could see it happening. How you're mentioning it,
Yes, and then of course we touched on the Tiffy Charlotte. In a way, it kind of looks like both of us, in a way, don't care about it. Um, that's gonna fall in probably the middle of Sunday. I don't think it's gonna be a Saturday fight. It's gonna be on Sunday, and it's gonna hit right in the middle. Unless no, because I don't think we're gonna have a champion on each side. But I do believe the girls deserve. If it's not closing, how you said, open it up, and they should open up Saturday to get us like in momentum. The thing is that where do you leave Gunther and Jay if the girls are opening? Are they going to co-main event and suck the air out? Are you going to allow them to main event while getting overshadowed by all the other matches? So it's a thing to think about. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna talk about it in 2 weeks. But the Tiffany versus Charlotte, Jay versus Gunther right now are my least favorite matches in the card, and that's kind of sad because they're the champion. To be looking forward to.
As of right, really, they haven't mentioned any other cards for the most part. It's just up in the air in theory cards. So yeah, that are confirmed. There'd be those 4 matches confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah, those 2 are really underwhelming.
Because we haven't even got into the promos yet, but I think we are gonna get AJ versus Logan.
Yeah, it looks like they're going that way. I know they're doing promos against each other and all this stuff ever since that New York incident, whatever.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the fight that's happening between them. Again, it's up in the air. It's just it's not official, but I'm pretty sure that's one of the.
I'll say this. I'll say this to that match. It's because it looks like we're gonna go that direction. I know Logan. It has to be in WrestleMania because he's a big star. It's not that he's that great. Pero si voy a decir esto, even if the promos suck, us knowing how good Logan is, us knowing how good AJ is, we're gonna get a pretty good banger.
I mean, yeah, there's no reason why there shouldn't be. Only reason why I see why it wouldn't happen is somebody gets injured mid-match. That's the only reason why I don't see a banger happening every match. So.
And I'm like, it sucks because wherever they go, they might steal the fucking night. Wherever whatever that fight lands on, like if it lands on Saturday or Sunday, the only match that I can see that beats them would be the triple threat: Roman Reigns, CM Punk,
right?
and Seth Rollins y también las girls. But wherever that fight lands on, it's gonna steal the night. I don't think there's a better match in there other than if we get a nasty ass brawl between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. And at the moment, it just looks like it's going to be a straight up matchup. It's not going to be a hardcore match, so or no holds barred. But they can also steal the show because I know that Drew McIntyre can bring the house down,
Right.
and I haven't seen Priest steal the show yet. But McIntyre can really put in a good show. It's just that AJ Styles and Logan Paul are that good ring wise. I know that this fool sucks in the mic, but ring wise, we know we're gonna get probably the best fight. That's probably the best fight.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you think about, like you mentioned, Drew and Priest. I think even when he had his street fight versus Bad Bunny, yeah, I guess he took it away, but really, it wasn't that much great. It was just a lot of candlesticks and whatever you're gonna be using in the street fight, but it wasn't nothing out of the extreme
Yeah,
that we're used to expect.
and
In this case,
if you look at
uh,
Drew, well, wait a minute. You got to remember the only good street fight that Priest had was against Finn Balor though, and the at Raw main event.
yeah, I mean, but was it because of him or was it because of Finn Balor?
It was
Because
because
that's really where it comes down to. It's like Finn Balor can put on some shows. I mean, the way what they're building for him at Mania, I'm pretty sure that's the way they're going is with the Fatal 4-Way. To Mania, and then the other match that we're missing out on right now would be Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I don't know if they're gonna make it unsanctioned or if it's gonna be a regular 1v1, but that needs to be an unsanctioned match again.
and
You know,
that's how many matches can you get like that? You had fucking Cody. You had
that,
against.
that's my point. Like, I don't know if they're gonna go like let's go all out and just make a whole bunch of BS Mania where it's not gonna be like no regular matches, just everything. Because even triple threat is not considered a regular match. There's no disqualification there. So
Technically, yeah, you're right about that. And I know that I know that right away CM Punk, Roman, and Seth are gonna bring the house down by using by using everything.
yeah,
I know that for a fact. It's gonna be better than the freaking Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Batista is gonna be better than the Chris Benoit, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. And keep in mind that the Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Benoit, that was an actual wrestling match. There was no hardcore and all that. While I do believe that Seth, CM Punk, and Roman, they're gonna use the whole arena. I have a gut feeling they're gonna go all around. Like they're gonna go into the audience and
right,
bring it back in the ring. I do have a feeling about that. The way that CM Punk has been wrestling, where he's like this demigod. The way that Roman wrestles, where he's this demigod, and then the way that Seth Rollins brings in every special move in the world, you're gonna expect him to use everything.
right.
And then the other ones are just assumptions. Well, I'm pretty sure by Friday and by Monday they're gonna be official, which is the Drew Priest. They haven't made it official, but we know it's official. The one that you brought up, the Fatal Four. I don't like. I don't like Eddie Guerrero Jr. in there.
He
Like,
has no reason to be in there. The only reason being Judgment Day stable is gonna break apart because like through the process or into while the match is gonna be being built or something. Because obviously they already showed signs of this past Monday Finn Balor using potentially the chair against Dom, which he didn't, but he like aimed it at him and then he ended up tossing it to him. But because of Dom's little actions of trying to recruit Penta, like it's stuff like that that's gonna lead to the demise. That's the only reason why they're trying to put Dom into that,
yeah,
fatal 4-way type thing.
he,
Um,
he,
but but yeah, I agree. That match does not need Dom in it.
and then I'm okay if it was a triple threat, but I think they're just adding the fourth guy because there would be too many triple threats. You already had the CM
Yeah,
Punk, Roman, Seth. We have Io Sky, Bianca, and Rhea. This would be just three. So I'm like, if you add the four, I'm like, ooh. And that's another show where I'm like, this can be a banger. Penta has been looking amazing. And
yeah,
not because he's Mexican, not because I like him. This guy literally put on a good fucking show with Braun Breaker.
yeah.
That match was a toda madre this fucking past Friday, this Monday. That match was a toda madre. The one he had, the no holds bar with fucking Ludwig, what was it, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? That was a banger. That was a fucking banger. We know Finn Balor brings out bangers, and we know that Braun Breaker can put on a show. So the only in a way, if you think about it, who's gonna take the pin? It's gonna be either Pin Balor or fucking Eddie Guerrero Jr. They're gonna
Right.
take.
And
I would love it if Pin Balor pins Eddie Guerrero Jr., but it's not gonna happen. It's either gonna be Penta or Braun, and the only reason I see that is because we gotta see a future opponent in the for Jay or for Gunther, and that's Braun Breaker.
yeah, I mean, I think this is where obviously Braun drops the title. Do I see Balor winning it? No, I think I see either Penta or Dom winning it. Dom just for the shits and giggles. But but Penta mostly because I mean I guess it's not happening anymore. But Backlash Mexico, I guess it's just not gonna happen no more. I'm not sure. I don't know if they ended up announcing it or not anymore. But they were like talking about it. I don't know if it became official or not. I think they were
Okay,
gonna do it elsewhere. But regardless, I think it's gonna be win. I don't think it's Finn winning it. It's gonna be either Dom or Penta winning it.
but you do see Braun losing.
Yeah, Braun's losing just because you're gonna start getting him his push in the title in the main title card. I mean,
In a way, this stays Braun Breaker if he loses because he doesn't take the pin.
exactly. I mean, I agree. Whether it's who's taking the pin, either Finn Balor or Dom. Who's gonna
Yeah.
win? Either Penta or Dom. But Finn is not winning. I guess Triple H just doesn't like him. I don't know.
Well, and it's funny because he does come from that era of NXT where Triple H made him and shit. So am I still hopeful that he's gonna become a big star? It's just that right now it's just like I do wish maybe he can get one solid run. The thing is that with Jay's fucking push that he got, with Gunther still being a great heel, Braun Breaker's breaking out, LA Knight still has his people. It's really hard to put Finn in there unless somehow Finn brings out the demon and he becomes a good guy. Because it wouldn't make any sense for Pin Balor to use a demon on Eddie Guerrero Jr. if they start feuding. Like Finn Balor should be able to get a win over Eddie, over fucking Dominic. Pero ¿cómo se llama? I don't even see that. I think they're gonna give all this feud towards Dominic, and as we can see, they're looking for someone for Judgment Day. I don't think they're gonna break apart. I think they are gonna find two guys. And because we're talking about this, me and you brought up Ray Phoenix because of Penta. However, the trailers or the promos have been coming out of SmackDown.
Right.
Ray Phoenix is going to SmackDown. I do love the fact that they're separating them for at least right now and hopefully forever. We don't need another tag team match, especially another tag team stable or partners, especially how they treat the tag team division at Raw. SmackDown's flying colors. We don't need that. We need more mid carders. And just Andrade, Carmelo, LA Knight, Shinsuke versus Ray Phoenix. Oh, that's just gonna be beautiful. Especially Carmelo versus Ray. That's gonna be beautiful. And then we just gotta keep the Rays separate because we cannot have Ray and Ray.
Right.
So my thing, I'm still going the same thing. I'm still going the same route. Aleister Black will be the new Judgment Day leader. Or yeah, Aleister, because it's Malachi the other one, but that's my throwing. I do believe it's gonna be Aleister Black.
I mean, yeah, I just don't see anything anymore. Any direction towards it anymore. I mean, look at Chad Gable. He did. I mean, is it Chad Gable who's under mask? I don't think it's Chad Gable. You know.
He has to have a WrestleMania moment, so maybe they're gonna insert this el gran americano into the Fatal 4 and make it a Fatal 5.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's gonna have his own match, maybe against Rey Mysterio.
We're gonna get the AEW versus the Alpha Academy.
You think so?
3 versus 3. I do believe that. Like
I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. You know, I was seeing it as. I mean, well, yeah, because it's like his whole thing was always like, I need to beat luchadores. How does he prove that? By beating the greatest, luchador in WWE, which is Rey Mysterio.
So the only thing I would be, it might be too late to do this because it's only 2 weeks, but I would say he already beat Dragon Lee, right? He beat him this Monday.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm like, after that, you have 2 weeks to make it official. Beat the two other guys on LWO, and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
and then it's Ray versus him as like the big boss, Ray
Right.
Mysterio,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Gran Americano. But I just think there's too much. There's not enough time to build it. Other than you can still use Ray Mysterio as the mouthpiece, and this was the mouthpiece regardless. And that's how you build it by him wrestling. He's like, I want you at
Right.
WrestleMania, and that's how he would have it. That would be like, let me go buy a fucking taco. Like we don't care about that match, but Kurt Angle Jr. does bring out a fucking banger. That fool, you don't want to miss his matches because he's that good. He's really
Yeah.
good.
He's good. He's good. I mean, again, everybody hated the fact that they put Sammy over him. Is that simple? And ever since then, he just became a laughing stock, I guess. But he's great. I hope they didn't go the same direction they did with Finn Balor with him. That's why I'm.
I'm looking at whole WrestleMania. I'm looking at all the superstars. I'm like, where are we gonna fit all these people if we're not gonna get like 5 minute squashes? I'm like, where are we gonna put the Viking Raiders? Where are we gonna put Chelsea Green? Are we gonna get a match for her? Because we still have Bianca Belair and fucking Naomi. Where are we gonna get Valkyria versus fucking Bailey? Are we gonna get Solo versus Jacob? Like, there's so many. I need to get a paper and write them all down and see if we can get 7 matches on each card. Are we gonna do a 4 hour show? Are we gonna do a 5 hour show? Because remember, Triple H said many times that he'd rather have a 20-minute match than 10-minute matches,
Right.
because it carries out the momentum. Which at the PLEs we've been having in the past, I have been liking 4 to 5 cards, 20 minutes each, as opposed to 8 cards and someone losing in 10 minutes. Because sometimes the luchadores or the strong style do need that enough time to push the momentum. So I'm really looking at it. I'm like, if it's a 4 hour show for each one, I can see many matches, 20 minutes each, But if it's a 3 hour show, I don't know, man. I don't know how we're gonna. There's gonna be a lot of fighters that are not gonna be in the show, of the show of shows. And my thing is, it's WrestleMania. You have to have all your champions wrestling. There's no questions asked. It's not like if you're a champion, you have to main event or be on the show.
Right.
It's stupid to be the champion and not be there. And then, of course, like the Street Profits winning champion, the champion. Are they good or are they bad? What the fuck? I don't know. I've lost all clue. These fools are fucking tweeners. They can be bad when they want to. They can be good when they want to. And I will say this. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, the whole storyline between all those, that's what it is. I believe the face would be Machine Guns. The heels would be Pretty in Pink. Well, DIY. Is another name Pretty in Pink? I don't remember the name. And then the Street Profits obviously are yes and no's, but I think like the faces is Machine Guns, and then DIY is like the heels, like for sure heels.
Now, I'll say, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Do we get a 5-time match, a 5 tag team match at WrestleMania?
Yeah. 5, I don't know, but for sure a multi-team tag match, yes.
Because think about it, it's DIY, it's Machine Gun Motors, Street Profits, the Pretty in Pink, como dices tú, and I forgot about the other Latino of the World Order, Leyenda del Profeta, ¿cómo?
Legado del Profeta.
Legado del, they're wrestling too. So technically, that's 5 wrestling teams. So I'm like, and you're not gonna leave the whole tag team division. You're not gonna leave the whole tag team division out. So
right.
That's it is what it is. ¿Cómo se llama? I was gonna say this because we're at the end of our show, and I know that we might not be able to record on Sunday about SmackDown because I'm gonna be in Orange County, and I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to make it back on Sunday. But because I wanted to save the WrestleMania talk, me going. So I really wanted to go. As you know, I have my little part-time job. I was trying to save money. $2,400 for 2 nights. That's $600 each ticket. But then something was announced, and I'm a sucker for ladder matches. Money in the Bank is going to be here in LA. It's gonna be here in LA. It's gonna be in the Intuit Dome. I know people are telling me it's not WrestleMania. It's not, but I'm still gonna get to see John Cena. Maybe CM Punk gets in the Money in the Bank to win the briefcase. We don't know that. I'm going on an assumption. Like, we don't know if John Cena's gonna be the champion feuding with someone. I'm like, that match will be in July. I'm like, gives me more time, and the tickets are not gonna be ridiculously stupid like WrestleMania. So if I wanted to spend 600 on a ticket at WrestleMania to be at the very top and fucking in the Las Vegas stadium, that's like a 60,000 seat stadium. I'm like, a $600 ticket could give me mid range now, or
Yeah.
300, 600,
Right. Yeah.
or 6 and 6 to make 12. I'm like, what I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna spend 1,200 and 1,200 to be at the very bottom, which it will still be amazing, amazing way because I'm a sucker for ladder matches, and we know that if you put the right people in at the Money in the Bank, you can get amazing matches. Expect Carmelo Hayes in that shit. Expect Panta at the Money in the Bank or Ray Phoenix at the Money in the Bank,
Right.
and just having Carmelo, Ray, and Penta, I'm told, but we'll see. And there's another thing. Survivor Series might be in San Diego. Now that's also a 5 hour drive, not a 4 hour drive to Vegas. It will be a 5 hour drive for me. But if I spend the weekend out there, it's not as expensive as Vegas. So that's the reason why I'm not going to WrestleMania, because for sure I'm going to be at the Money in the Bank, and I might be at Survivor Series, which might be The Rock versus John Cena team. And if it is something like that, expect my ass to be in San Diego that weekend.
I mean, you're talking way much into the future. I'm glad you did bring up John Cena because something we didn't touch on at all is why. Okay, simple as this: is WWE protecting Cody Rhodes?
I believe so.
Yeah, I agree 100%. He has not thrown one shot at Cody. He's been completely fans this, fans that. Fine, I get it. Hey, kid this, kid that, but not, but not one shot towards Cody.
It's gonna be the last 2 weeks, which is this Monday coming up, and next month, the following Monday after that, where we do finally get to see him throwing something and then him demolishing him before WrestleMania. Um, I don't know why I forgot that we haven't had the show, so technically we've missed out on the John Cena's 2 promos,
Right,
which
yeah.
were both great. Um, People are giving him, oh, he's not that great as a heel. I'm like, just relax. I'm like, we have till fucking December. We have 8 months of a heel John Cena. He's not gonna turn face. I noticed that he's not gonna turn face in SummerSlam. This is gonna continue well into fucking September, October, and he might retire as a face in the last PLE. So that's how I see it. In December, which is, I believe, Survivor Series. I think it's Survivor Series. That's where we get to see a face John Cena. And that might be his last match, which at the moment I'm looking at The Rock. It's going to be the final boss versus John Cena, his retirement match. It shouldn't be him, but that's where I'm going at. At the moment, it's way ahead. But
Yeah.
like I said, and I will say it right now, John Cena wins the title at WrestleMania. I'm going to say it right now. So I can post it and screenshot it and everything. I'm saying it is on March 26th at 5:50 p.m. You're probably saying no, but I know that we're going to give our predictions 2 weeks from now. But I am telling you right now, he's going to demolish next week. He's going to give you a taste to Cody, and then the following Monday is when he crushes him. Because I don't think they wanted John Cena to go at him right now, and he's taking all his anger to that little kid. Poor little kid. I'm sorry, bro.
He's gonna be in that LFG show in the future.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna take that little promo against him.
Yeah, no, for sure. John Cena's gonna be the legend giving pointers out, and he's gonna be like, "I was looking up to you." It's not B Seth versus Punk all over.
Yes. What's funny is that kid probably went into school thinking like, oh, I'm so popular now. He became a meme. He was probably bullied a little bit, and fucking John Cena made it worse this weekend, this past Monday by talking shit to him again. I'm like, dude, leave him, let him live. I do love the fact that he used WWE though. WWE made that kid like, I've been loving his promos. I will still say after WrestleMania we're gonna get a new song. He's not gonna. I know that he said he's not. He has to. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. You love his fans.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, he did say a lot of stuff, so it's, again, I'm sure he will get a new gear set, a new, song. I'm sure he'll switch the name, Attitude Adjustment to FU again,
Yes.
so it's.
And all this accumulates to the match. Like, you said it right now? Are they protecting him? Do you think they're protecting him?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Like everybody knows that even as a face, you were squashing anyone. Like
Yes.
so, it's easily as a heel, you could easily use more hardcore to smash someone.
And it's crazy that the WWE is protecting him. Maybe he's a lot better as a heel when it comes to a promo, because he destroyed Roman when they were pushing Roman to the sky.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, he destroyed Solo when they allowed Solo to finally have a mic, and this will fucking shut him down right away like that. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why are you protecting Cody? Cody does decent promos. I'm not saying that he's the great at promos or the best of this era. I think probably LA Knight beats him. Maybe not on the emotional drive, but at least when it comes to promos and getting the people hyped up, LA Knight is better. Seth Rollins way better than fucking Cody when it comes to.
I mean, yeah. I mean, with Cody just not to talk bad about him or whatever, but he puts too much, I guess, anger in his promo. Not anger, but too much like I want to be strong about this. Like, but it's like, bro, like I don't feel it. Like there's nothing there for me. So I don't.
And I don't have nothing against the kid. I've always said, I'm like, hopefully he grows on to me, brother. It's been already 2 years since he went back to WWE. Not once he has grown to me, but a lot has to do with his promos. LA Knight was a fucking bad guy when he started, and he's a fucking face now.
Right. No, well, thinking about it, Cody's at 4 years now, I think. Because last year he won against Roman. Year before that, he lost against Roman.
His fourth WrestleMania. Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be his fourth WrestleMania, because it was Seth at WrestleMania, and then it's Roman, and now it's John Cena. You're right. Yeah. It's been 4 WrestleManias, so he hasn't grown to me as a face. And I've always said it, just the same problem that Seth has. Every time Cody does a promo, it's very heelish. Like you come out as a douchebag. You don't come out as a hero. You come out as a douchebag. But because you have your music, because you're Pretty Boy Blonde, you're dressing up, people like you, and you have a lot of fans, and they respect you. And cool, it is what it is, CM Punk, when he cuts his promos, when he's going soft as a face, you know that he's going soft as a face. Doesn't start whining. And then when he picks it up, like I'm gonna kick your ass, he still comes out as a hero type. But when he's a villain, he becomes a very whiny one. And to me, that's Cody. You're doing promos like a whining guy. I don't like that. I don't know. That's just me though. But the Cena finally speak, or no? This coming Monday.
No.
Damn,
I think he completely buries them on the last week. On the last week, that's when he speaks, and that's when he buries them, and that's it.
Not even a 1-2 right now. Not even a 1-2 in this movie. Damn. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but I do know what if they're allowing him to do that, it's because he's prepping a good fucking promo. If it's like how you're saying it, that means that when he does that promo, it has to hit.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see why you'd be like, okay, here's a little taste of it's coming. Like, I might as well just go all out towards it, and so let's hold back one more week and talk on the fans, and then finally, like right before that's when it goes.
You got to remember this though, and it might ruin the moment if they're saving it like you're saying it. It might ruin the moment if The Rock comes out.
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah,
technically he has to come out because he's gonna be at WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, right now at the moment, I'm like, I don't even want to see The Rock. Let John Cena do his thing. Like, if you're gonna bring out The Rock, let him come out in WrestleMania. Let him open up as a fucking announcer, and boom, let him be there, and then he can be in backstage and do his bullshit. But let John Cena cook. Let him cook.
Right. Yeah.
So, William, if I don't see you Sunday, I'll see you hopefully either on Monday. If it's still the Euro Tour, we can probably record on Monday, or again on Wednesday if we get a chance. Because we gotta talk these last 2 weeks of WrestleMania because it's getting juicier.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You have a good night.